Okay, so here I am with a fresh face. Not pretty. I do have some blemishes and my rosacea is a little bit aggravated, but there you go. So we're going to try some new stuff in this that you've not seen before, and I'm going to use some old stuff as well, so I'm just going to kind of mix it up. So it's not kind of a try all new product stuff. Because I'm a student, don't you know, and I'm poor. Any makeup that I do buy and that you do see is because I've been selling stuff to buy stuff, so that is generally how it goes. So I want to do this. I'm just grabbing the other thing that I got. When Superdrug had a 3 for £5 on Miss Sporty a little while ago, I picked up this. And it is the Miss Sporty Really Me Second Skin Foundation Stick. I've used it twice, okay, but I want to show you how much you get in here. And if I had paid, I don't know if this is going to be £3.99. If I paid £3.99 for this, I'd be so angry. You really do get what you pay for sometimes, and I know you can kind of think, oh, but that stick foundation is £8. Please, if you're in the shop, turn it up and see how much product you get, because you get what you pay for. The £8 one is probably worth it because you get more than what's in here, but I'm going to show you that in a second. But I got 2 of these, and I haven't took the label off this lipstick yet. That's terrible because, you know, I don't like labels. I think I left it on so I could see the colour. Right. I got a lipstick from them as well. This is not a haul, by the way. I just thought I'd show you. Oh, it's called Cherry Cape. Cherry Copper? Cherry Copper, I think that's what that says. So I got this really pretty lipstick. I haven't used it yet, but I just thought it was a really nice sort of deeper red that I can kind of put in my purse, because I don't like to carry my MAC lipsticks around in case I lose them. This foundation stick, I've used it twice. I'm going to show you how much product you get. See? Well, that is it. I do have another one, but trust me, this is basically what you get. You don't get very much in these sticks. And I've tried it and I thought it was actually quite nice. So it's a bit disappointing, in fairness, that you don't get more than that. Because it was nice. And I've seen all of these YouTubers using, sorry, I'm going to get ready while we talk, use their Makeup Forever foundation sticks and stuff. And I'm just, you know, I get a bit jealous. I'm like, can't afford that right now. But I really want to get it because the stick foundation, it just looks really good. Oh dear, I think I'm running out my primer. Oh, no, too much. Okay, I might have to put some of this on my neck. So the primer I'm using is the In Transit Camera Close-Up by This Works. This was a glossy box item and this is an amazing primer. But I haven't moisturised my face, I haven't put anything on it. And this is actually a moisturiser as well, so sorry if there was any funny face squishing and pulling there. But you know, I like to get it under the skin and everywhere. That actually was the right amount. So I have another one of these to go to, and then I'm gonna have to get selling because I am gonna need a full size of this. I do really enjoy how well it keeps the makeup on, and I do tend to get dryness up here and around my nose, and it really seems to be like helping with it, so that's always a bonus. And then I use this one as well. This is for my pores. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer Pore Minimising one. I didn't want to turn this into a mini haul, but we might as well, while we're chatting, talk about some stuff that I've got. Whew. Okay, sorry. I had to check that I still had a jet rustle. So I just heard barking way up the street and it was like, sounds like my dog. So yes, I just had to check. Okay, so Smashbox did a thing basically where they had the Casey Holmes palette, very exciting. Love Casey. This one is the Pearl. So I'm sure you've seen it a million times now. I did pick that up. I think it's really beautiful. So I got that, but it was on, that was 25 or 26. And if you spent 35 or more, you got a makeup bag, 2 deluxe samples, which I got like the white mascara, which I haven't used yet, which is like the lash primer. A primer sample, a makeup bag, a full-size lipstick for free. So basically it was really worth it because I think these are about 16, and then the makeup bag was really pretty. That's in a bag somewhere now, so I apologise, I can't show you that. And then like I said, the mascara was a deluxe thing, and then you had the nice primer size as well. So basically these are 4 for 15. They're £5 each to try one of these. So £5 each is a lot for such a little thing. But you got 4 for the price of 3. So you got 4 for £15. And those 4 amount to, I think it's either the same or a little bit more than the amount of the full size, and the full size is 25. So it was worth paying £15 for 4 mini ones. And I think they're better anyway, because, you know, you're just opening them fresh and they're not open for quite so long. This is going to turn into such a long video. Anyway, yeah, so I got that because I wanted to try this pore minimizer one, and they sent me a free lipstick. This is the one that I got, which I haven't used yet. But I have did a little swatch of it, and it is really pretty. I think it was just random which one you got sent. Phantom, it's called, which I quite like. It's a bit of a horror reference. I'll pop that back over there. But yeah, I thought it was worth it because I've not tried their lipsticks before, and I just really wanted to. So I thought, well, why not? So, stop waffling, Lisa. So it's quite a thick consistency, this primer. But I just rub that on. And kind of use like almost little dabbing kind of pattern motions, just where I have texture here on the cheeks mainly, and then I generally do it up on my forehead and a little bit on my nose where I've got like the rosacea problems going on. I don't know, some people might say it has a silicone feel to it, but to me it just makes my skin feel really velvety, which I really like. Now I'm going to put on a foundation stick, and this is probably my only clean, and it's not even clean, foundation brush. Sorry, just put you down a bit there. And I apologise if I'm a bit creased. I am a mermaid. Off duty. I've got hoovering today. I've got some stuff for lesson planning for tomorrow to do. So yeah, I've got stuff to do today. Right, so I'm going to put this on. Okay, I've gone to town. I've put a lot on today because I've got some redness, and well, I just need the coverage, but I don't think this is nice, but it's kind of a light to medium coverage. I noticed when I used it the other day that I needed to put quite a bit of it on. So that's another thing about how much product you get. Not only do you not get much of it, you have to, you know, put quite a bit on because it's quite sheer. I mean, I think it'd probably be quite nice maybe as a concealer stick. It would probably last longer that way. See, it's given a fairly decent coverage. Okay. Not bad. Okay, so I've got my little teacup, my vintage teacup, and I've got my little tiny sponges in here, so I have been loving this one lately for concealer. I think I'm okay with that coverage, to be honest. I'm not going anywhere. Now what I'd normally put on top of it, which is my latest routine, what I normally put on top of it, I've worn it twice before this. Shut up, Lisa. So what I would normally do, and that's with other foundations, not just this one, and I've been using it with the contouring foundation, and what I do is I put it on, and then I use the Studio Fix in NW15. Put that on, and it's basically a powder foundation that gives you the rest of the coverage. That's in the bottom of the box over there because I'm about to do a catch-up MAC haul, so I can't use that. I had put, oh there it is, I had put the Sculpting foundation, not the contouring foundation, Infallible Sculpt, in case I wanted a bit more coverage. I might just use a little bit of that on my cheeks, just where I've got a bit of redness. You can hear that Jack Russell is up to something. You might be thinking, Lisa, how do you know that's a Jack Russell? You are blaming that dog. And innocent till proven guilty. But the girls are so well behaved. I just don't have a problem. Now, I was thinking I might do some vlogging. I don't know what anybody thinks. I might try and challenge myself and do some vlogging. So I used to do vlogs and love them, so let me know what you think. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this concealer. The name's come off. I'm pretty sure it's Makeup Revolution in Fair. I'm trying to use it up basically. It's alright, but it's not brilliant. And I think it's quite yellow toned, as you can see for me. Right, well, I might have to get something different because I've definitely, officially, finally used that up. Yes. I wasn't a huge fan, sorry, Makeup Revolution. So I'm going to use instead my MAC Select Cover Up. I actually got these off Fragrance Direct. I think they're about £12 each. So let me just kind of pat that in first. See, now Select Cover Up definitely is a lot brighter. So I really like this. And I like the consistency of it. You don't get any kind of creasing or anything. I don't know if Fragrance Direct still have it. You should see how many brushes today that I have to wash, makeup brushes. I haven't washed brushes in about 6 weeks. I know that sounds disgusting. And basically what I've done is I've kind of just dirtied brushes and then just kind of thought, right, I'll just move on to these brushes. That's really bad. But I do spot clean as I go. So it's not like I'm using dirty brushes. I am actually just lay the product down. I just love how this buffs it out. It's really nice. And then I'm probably going to bake. Okay, I'm going to use Pure White by Ben Nye because this actually has colour to it. It's basically Max Shivering White but in loose powder form because, you know, it's got lots of white to it. I'd say I have a light hand, but I look like I've had a fight with a flour bag. Wow. I know. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. So really love Ben Nye's Pure White. It's super cheap. Well, considering how much you get. And I absolutely love it. I actually like Neutral Set as well. Neutral Set is more of, it is white, but Neutral Set is more translucent. It will actually go away, whereas this will leave a slight brightness to the skin. So that's what I'm saying about being quite careful with it, because, you know, it is white. Brows. Now I'm going to be quite lazy with brows today. And I'm just going to use a pencil. This is a double-ended pencil. This is what I've got left. Testament to how good they are, really. These are the Neve Cosmetics brow pencils. I really like them. I think they're amazing. So I'm determined to get as much out of this one as I can. So this one is the green one. I don't know what colour it is, because to be fair, I think I've sharpened through what it is. My brows really need some plucking at the moment. I do apologise about that, but I'm just going to do it as best as I can. And I don't overdraw, underdraw, change the shape. I just go with the shape of my brow. And I just let it thin out at the end there, because I have very sparse brows and they are very sparse on the outer parts. So I just kind of like to keep it very thin on the outer parts where I have you can see I have very little hair there. So that is not a bad brow day. I don't know. I think they look ridiculous when you actually get all of your face products done. Eye primer. So I'm trying to get through this now. This is the Absolute New York eye primer. This is from Glossybox. This is my last tube. I'm probably going to order some of this because I do like this eye primer. I think it's really nice. I always take a little bit up on the brow bone because I like to put a highlight shade up there. Right, so let's do the eyes. Now, I was inspired by a new YouTuber that I watch called Imagination, yes. She's really good. She's a UK YouTuber. She's got around 50,000 subscribers, I think, and she's really nice. I really like her. She's just so down to earth and so lovely. And she did an eye look, and I thought, oh, I really like the colours. So I want to do it as well, but I'm going to do it slightly differently. But I'm going to go at something that she did, and she put a pencil into the crease, created that line. Got eye primer all of it. And then I'm just thinking that I need something. But yeah, she did, like, she called it a mermaid cut crease, and she kind of just put a line in the crease and blended it out. And I won't have a go at that today. It probably will look crap, but please just excuse me. Yeah, so she's really lovely and she's sweet and bubbly and stuff, and I like watching her. Anyway, so I'm going to attempt this. She put this in the crease. Well, not this, but she put a pencil. She used kind of a purple one. I'm going to use this green one. And it's not going to take a lot of blending out, to be honest. These are just quite creamy. These pencils are the Model's Own one. I got these a little while ago, and I didn't do a review or anything. I just said I would feedback. I know that Vinny, Little Miss Style Guru, also picked these up. I've not really seen any reviews on them, but I'll be honest and say, I mean, I only got them for $7.99 from TK Maxx. I'm not massively impressed with them. I find they're so hard to get onto the skin, and as you can see, I mean, that's okay, it's quite nice, but they're just quite slippy slidey, and yeah, I'm not a massive fan. I should have done one eye, shouldn't I? Let me go and do one eye, and then it's less time for you to have to sit through the pain of watching me put on makeup. I'll be back in a sec. So this is what I've got. I'm not quite finished. Don't anybody panic. I realised I should have just put a dusting of powder or something. Just going to use a white eyeshadow. I like to soften the edges. Yes. And then with that same brush, I'm just going to put a little bit of the highlighter that I've got on the inner corner up on the brow, which I think adds a lot to it, because this is from the Moonchild palette and it's Lucky Clover. So it's this one. It's this amazing green one. I love it. And I think that's just a bit of green there. Very pretty, if I do say so myself. Okay, so it's really nothing like her look, if I'm honest, but I don't know, it's inspired by her, so I think, you know, not too bad. I've taken what she's done and kind of done it my way, if that makes sense. Just a bit more to suit my eye shape, and just kind of like, I don't know, I blended to the gods. Anybody watch that Patrick Star video the other day? It was very good. Jack Russell on the move, and I am aware there is an Urban Decay eyeliner down there somewhere, so I'm watching you. Yes. Okay, right. Then my memory was full. Not my memory, but my camera memory. Just nightmare. Okay, so I've got Painterly Paint Pot to try and do that kind of cut crease fancy thing that everybody does with concealer. I can't do because I just did it on the side. Just no. I don't even know why people do this part, but you know, there you go. I know you just kind of draw on that shape on there, and you're supposed to look down when you do it, but I'm just going to close my eye just because it's easier. And I probably should use a concealer, but I don't have, I do have. I had Dainty Doll concealers, I could have used them, but never mind. Never mind, my lovelies. I have used Painterly Paint Pot. I think I've got a bit higher than I should have, but you know, not done it before. So, you just got to give things a go. Sometimes that's a really dirty brush, that needs washing. I have, honestly, I'm not lying, I've got like about 1,000 brushes to wash. It's so scary. And then I'm just going to, I sorted out a bunch of other brushes and I was like, oh my god, don't worry about that. I've got stuff to do. I've got lesson stuff to do for tomorrow. I've got marking to do. I've got hoovering that I want to achieve. I probably want to edit this video and get it up as soon as possible. Plus my glossy box that I've got to get up. So, and I've got to wash 1,000 brushes. Feel for me, people. Feel for me. Right, so now Imogen used a green colour that I don't have because it's from Illamasqua. So I am going to use this green in this palette. It's called Mean. So I'm just going to put that on. I'm just going to put it on the outer corner. It belongs on the inner corner. And I know there was a lot of like hoo-ha about this palette when it came out, about how things are not pigmented. That looks decently pigmented to me. So, I don't know, very decently pigmented. So I really like that one. And sorry, I've applied that with E43. It's actually a domed blending, but I just like it because it's quite a nice compact shape, and it's really nice just to like press colours on your lid. I know it's not meant for that, but you know. I don't think that Sigma makes the rules. I think that when you've got brushes, I just think that I've watched people use brushes and I thought, I haven't used it that way. And then you try anything, it's just really good. So I think the brushes are kind of like a personal thing, in that you find your own way to kind of use them. Makes sense? Not making sense to me. Oh man, I've just got dropsy. I've just not filmed. Ah! Don't be disgusted. They're not dogs, they're family. So from my Makeup Geek palette, yes, I finally filled it. If anybody wants a video going through all these colours, swatching them, talking about them, please do let me know. I finally did get it full. I'm thinking of starting another one, but I'm not entirely sure whether I do want so big. Because this is 28. So I'm not sure. But it took a while to fill, but I'm really super pleased with my colours. And as you can see, look how pretty. They're organised downwards. It took ages. I had them across first and I was like, I can't seem to find a design that I like. And then eventually, after some time, I just thought, I'm going to put them the other way, and I really, really like them. As you can see, I've got quite a lot of the green ones. They are so stunning. And I'm going to use today Dragonfly. Now, I believe she actually did use this one. Dragonfly's beautiful. And then I've got Sure Thing just under the lash line on the inner eye. And then this is Typhoon, and I've got that dabbed just in the centre for a little tiny little bit of shimmer. So first we're going to take Dragonfly on. I normally don't tell you all this stuff, but I'm telling you today because, you know, she was doing it and I thought, I should do that. So this is the E39 Buff and Blend. These are so pigmented. I love them. Really nice shadows. Can we just say this one down the bottom? Hello, curtain call. So many looks. I mean, today I really wanted to use different colours because I wanted to use some of these because a couple of these have just arrived. Basically what happened was Beauty Bay sell these. I'm going to try and put makeup on while I'm waffling. Beauty Bay sell them and they put the prices up on the shadows because they were £4.95, and then I can't remember what they put them up to, but it was something ridiculous. It was like £6 or £7 I think. I can't remember. And I was like, no, it wasn't, about £5.50, £6, and I just thought, oh no, they were £4.95. No, we're not playing this game. So I decided not to buy any more, and so my palette kind of stayed. Well, it wasn't half full. I only needed, I think it was 8, and then the foil shadows, I got a couple of them. I mean, they're £7.95. I'd already got a couple of them, and then I was left with like 5 spaces, and I ended up getting Dragonfly, these 3 here, 4, oh, and Cherry Cola, which is one I'd had my eye on for a while, but yeah, finally got it full. Well, that's that one, and then I use this because I have bad vision, okay, and I don't wear my glasses on. I put my makeup on, obviously. This is an airbrush blender, F63. Nothing airbrush about me, however, but there you go. And I'm going to use Blindsided. How appropriate. Blindsided. I'm using Blindsided, people. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to pop that in the crease. Just because I feel like a little bit of blue with these greens. Dragonfly comes off, I don't know, quite a sea foamy, greeny, turquoisey sort of shade. But definitely leaning more green, so. Okay. Now I feel like I just want to blend a little bit more here. And then I want to take the white from this palette as well, just to kind of tidy off the edges. Which is called Bump. That makes me think of Mr. Bump. Does that make anybody else think of Mr. Bump? Do you remember Mr. Bump from Mr. Men? And he had all these bandages around him. They were white bandages. So every time I look at this colour, I just think of Mr. Bump from Mr. Men. I know. I can't help it. I used to love that cartoon. Okay, so blend that off. Blend, blend, blend. I just like to blend the edges so they're nice and clean. You know, clean for me, not clean for everybody. I'm not a makeup artist, so, you know, I don't pretend to be. I've never pretended to be. I know I'm not good at makeup, but I just enjoy it. And I think sometimes things like this, people take makeup far too seriously, because for me, makeup is about enjoying yourself. And it's not about pleasing other people, it's about pleasing yourself. So, just gonna pop that underneath. This, by the way, is Dragonfly again. And I'm taking that 2/3 of the way along. I love this colour. Exact blending brush. These were from a set. Ethereal set, possibly. I just really like these for underneath. Because I want it to look kind of diffused out a little bit. I don't just want it to be a very thin line. I want you to see it. So now I'm using Sure Thing. And I'm just going to use it on this kind of angled brush. I'm sure this is my Zoeva brow brush. Yay. Okay, this is my favourite brow brush, but I like it for under the eye just because it's a bit more precise just for the inner corner, where I don't want a massive, like, big bit of diffused going into the corner, if that makes sense. So I just kind of use it very lightly there. Okay, so that's that, and then just with my finger, because it's my makeup, I'm just going to take Typhoon and blend it into the centre, just to kind of bring these two colours together, and just because Typhoon is super stunning. It's a beautiful colour. I feel like I need a bit more of it on this side. And then I've got my inner eye to do, which I don't know where I put the brush, so we'll just use this. So for the inner eye, like, oh no, it's over here. Okay, so for the inner eye, I did use Lucky Clover, which is from the Moonchild Glow Kit. I love the Moonchild Glow Kit. It's beautiful. I nearly tried to put it on the same eye. So this is just a really nice, very subtle pop of green. Subtle, not subtle, but you know. It's beautiful. I love it. I really, really love that Moonchild Glow Kit. I got the Aurora one as well, which I haven't done a video on. I haven't done videos. I've been so busy. Oh, I'd say it's been awful, but it's actually been pretty exciting. For you, those of you who've watched me for a while, I'm training to be a teacher. So I've been very, very busy planning lessons and, you know, doing my course, my PGCE, and then teaching. And I've been teaching 4 hours a week. Been teaching second years for an hour, first years for an hour, and then doing a second year revision class, which is 2 hours long, as well as running a Facebook page for that, to kind of keep students up to date with stuff, doing marking. So lots and lots going on. I'm just going to use the Urban Decay Perversion eyeliner. Yeah, so I've been so busy, and I haven't watched TV. I haven't really watched a lot of YouTube videos. I haven't been on social media much at all. Try to kind of keep up to date with Instagram a little bit and just kind of post the odd photo. I know I've made a mistake with my eyeliner. I apologise. I'm not perfect. So it's because I'm talking as well. I like a thick black line. You might not, but I do. That's me. Everybody's different. Right, so the eyeliner. Deep End by Urban Decay. Really, really love Deep End. Stunning colour. I'm just going to put that on the lower waterline. So, yeah, I've been basically teaching and learning Mondays and Tuesdays. And then for the rest of the week, I would say, oh, I'm going to take Wednesday off. I'm going to take it off. And then I would just work. So basically I was like working on lessons and lesson plans and studying up on the topic as well, because I'm kind of relearning it. It's been a while since university. I'm so sorry about my itchy nose. I don't want to look like I'm trying to pick anything, because I'm not. I'm just a little bit snotty, and I apologise for the sniffing as well. I know that some people, oh, you sniff all the way through your video. Sorry, you don't watch me then. Complain about it. Obviously got allergies, so you know. Anyway. Yeah, so I've kind of just been spending like 4 days of the week just lesson planning, making presentation. Like I do like really spend a lot of time on my PowerPoints, so it's important. So yes, I've not been around a lot, and I have been also looking for work, which unfortunately I've not found any work. It just boggles me. There's not a lot out there, to be fair, and yeah. Need to find some work. Money is running seriously low, and I wanted to make videos, but I just I haven't had the opportunity, to be fair, and I feel awful about it because it's something I really enjoy doing. I love interacting with everybody. Not that I have a massive fan base or anything. You know, hardly anybody watches me, but the people who do watch me mean so much to me because they're amazing, and a lot of them have actually become really good friends, so it does mean a lot to me. So I'm very sorry about my absenteeism. I really am sorry. I'm going to try and do better, but basically the course is coming to an end. I hand in my coursework tomorrow. The file is like, oof, it's ridiculous. But I feel like I've put so much effort into this file, into what I've put in it. I think I've done really well, and I've got really glowing reports off my mentor about my teaching. She's really impressed. Somebody saw me the other day and did my observation, and she thought I was a second year. She says, you're so confident, you're so knowledgeable, got great rapport with students. The handout and the handbook that you did for them were amazing. Your resources were fantastic. Your PowerPoint was amazing. She was just, you know, socks blown off. And I'm really, really, you know, bigging myself up here. Not bigging myself up. Blow my own trumpet. That's right. So I'm going to use Lucky Clover on this fluffy brush, because you're thinking, just get on with it. Ooh, that was a bit more than I intended, but okay, we'll go with it, and we'll just put a bit more on the other side. You know. It's difficult to be symmetrical when you have one eye that's really bad, so I apologise. But actually, I quite like that. So that's that, and I'm going to dust this powder off now. But it's been on forever, so it's probably just going to be like a bit messy. I'm just going to use this Real Techniques Bold Metal 100, I think it is. Oh, is anybody watching that series? It's so good. Okay, so that's it. Those are the eyes. I'm super pleased with how they've turned out. I think we could have a bit more of that very quick. I'm such a perfectionist. I could just go on forever. I'm like, right, just a bit more of this, just a bit more of this. Just leave it, Lisa. Leave it. Yeah, I think that's better. Not bad. I like it. I'm actually quite impressed with myself. I'm going to use my Chanel Soleil Tan du Chanel. I always forget the name. And I'm going to use it on this brush. Because I like this brush to do like around the contours of your head, like around the top. Just to get that little bit of colour on the forehead. So swirl this in the swirling. I'm just going to take a bit of that down here, and it is warm, you know, but we're going to go over it with a contour colour, so it's okay. I do think that once that's kind of blended out, I do think it looks really nice, so I'm happy with that. Nearly dropped it. Right, I need a contour, don't I? Contour, blush and highlight. Okay, so I'm going to use some new products now. You'll be excited. I'm going to use the Nip Fab. These are new makeup products from the Nip Fab brand. They were just skincare and they've started to do makeup. This one is in 01 Light Medium. And you've got Champagne, Satin and Latte. So that is the light medium. I also have the medium dark, which has Sunbeam, Vixen and Truffle. I like the names in this one. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use contours from both of them. You'll see. You'll be thinking, that's just, you know, that's just extra, Lisa. Why are you being extra? I'm going to use the light one first. And I always push it up to the cheekbones. I really don't know why I do that, but I just do. And then I take the darker one and I just put that up at the top of the contour. But I just want a bit more of a shadow up here. Don't want it down here, because you're just going to hollow yourself out and look like Skeletor from He-Man. You want the hollow to be further back. Because I've seen people contour to the corners of their mouths, and it boggles my imagination why they do that, especially people who actually have long faces or quite slim faces to start with. Then they do it and they're like, that's what they look like. Sorry, I don't mean to be offensive or anything, but you know, it's not attractive. So I really highly recommend these. They're actually really nice, really pigmented, really blend beautifully. To finish off bronzing my face, I'm going to use Hula Light from the Cheek Parade palette. I think this is just launched in the UK, has it? But I've had the cheek palette for quite some time now, but yeah, that's Hula Light. And I'm just going to use this little unicorn angled brush from Unicorn Lashes. I don't know why I'm holding that instead of it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just going to look in my brush while I put on my bronzer. Okay, so it's quite a nice brush. Just, if you just don't want to get loads of colour. Oh my god, what is happening? And it's a really nice palette. I don't know if you can still get it at some places. It's sold out on Benefit, but I got mine from Debenhams. It's really beautiful. I've got both of the cheap palettes. I think they're really, really nice. And then I'm just going to take some face powder, which is just the MAC. It's light medium in the sheer mystery powder, which has the amazing compact. And it is, you can't take that out. It actually came with a refill with it. And I just use this because I like to use the pad, and then if my contour's gone a bit extreme, I like to just kind of be able to kind of diffuse that. This is a lot bronzier than I'd normally be. Just so you're aware. It's not how I always look. I've got lips to do and highlighter, so I'll do lips first. It's in my hand. I'm going to use this colour because I'm a bit obsessed. Tiny Chum. This is from Colourpop's Hello Kitty collection. I've worn this, I've had it a while, but I've worn this so much. I don't know if this will do it. It's really pretty. I really like it. It's just really quite natural. So that's that. I'm just going to quickly spray it myself. That's Avon Set and Mist. Really, really like it. It's good stuff. And then dry off. Yeah, so basically that's where I've been. Plus I had a period of really bad illness. I got a chest infection and I didn't go to the doctors. I don't like to go to the doctors for things like that. I just like to drink fluids, take paracetamol and just get on with it. Too many people go to the doctors when all they've got is like a cough. Do you know what I mean? And then it came back. I dealt with it again. It went in a week and then it came back with an absolute vengeance. I had a set of antibiotics which did nothing. I went back because I couldn't breathe and basically they said it was an upper respiratory infection. So I have asthma. I'm coughing up all this phlegm. I'm constantly coughing. It's really difficult to breathe. I really just wanted some oxygen. I know that's really extra, right? But I was just so suffering. So anyway, there's 2 of them in here now. I really apologise if you can hear those jumbo jet flies. So I had to go back because I just couldn't breathe and I was panicking. I was in such a state. I mean, I was really poorly. I was aching everywhere. I didn't want to get out of bed. I was just like, I was dying. That's dramatic, but I was so ill. I was really worried. So I went back again and basically got an emergency appointment on a Sunday. Oh, it's like a drop-in centre, but you have to make an appointment. So I went to the appointment and she gave me another antibiotic. She says this might make you feel really poorly because it's really, really strong. But obviously the one that you've just had was quite strong and that didn't do anything. So she gave me this thing and yeah, for 4 days I was just like, well, obviously I am definitely dying because nothing's happening. And then I started to pick up. And I still get a little bit of phlegm every now and then, but it's definitely cleared up massively. So that's another thing that kept me up here because for the period of about 6 weeks that chest infection was just horrendous. Shut up, Lisa. I don't know what I'm going to highlight with because... Okay, so highlight brush. Sorry, I just seem very floopy and all over the place and hyper today, but I'm not. I'm excited to be filming because I've missed it. And I just feel like I've had some time today. It feels nice to have some time. I feel like I've just not watched anything and just not been part of anything. Do you know what I mean? I've not done anything. So it's quite frustrating. Anyway, highlight palette from Lime Crime. I did a video on this and I took it down because I got 3 dislikes pretty much straight away and I was like, I just really, at that moment I was just like, I really can't be bothered with a bunch of you thinking, I don't like it, thumbs down. I thought people thumbs down far too quickly. It just really just disappoints me. Humanity disappoints me sometimes. It's like, that's a person's feelings. They took time to sit and make, I know I was in my dressing gown, but we don't always have to be super dressed up when we come on YouTube. But why is that? So, anyway, let's not rant. I'm going to put my highlight on. I'm going to use this. They're going to go crazy because Tony's just appeared. I'm going to use the pink one. And I would normally take this up onto the... Oh, shush! I normally take it onto the brow bone. I've got a beautiful, look at that green. Oh, and I could have a green highlight on my face, but I thought no. We'll just kind of keep it semi-normal. Right, just put a bit of powder. Okay. Nice. I love this. It is just basically glow with the gods. It's just really, really, really glowy, but it's really pretty. It's a really nice pink as well. So hopefully you can see that as I move. Really nice. So I don't know if anybody wants to see, I might just do a review of this one and the Blossoms one together and just do them and yeah, just ignore the haters, just try to ignore the haters. So that's that. I am living for that highlighter, it's beautiful. And get some hair down, and I apologise, I have mega roots, okay, I do have roots. I haven't had time to do it, but I have just cut my hair. So it's looking quite healthy because I've got some of the length off. And that is it. That is the finished look. I can't tell if it looks any good in the viewfinder because I'm blind as a bat without my glasses. Hopefully it looks okay. So that's it for today, guys. I hope I've caught you up a little bit. We've had a little bit of a makeup chat as well. Please do let me know down below if there's any videos that you want to see. If you want to see me do those vlogs, if you want to see me do the Makeup Geek palette swatch and review session, and if you want to see the Lime Crime highlighter palettes, do let me know. We'll also have a catch-up mark haul coming up this week and glossy box video, and I do intend on doing a sort of updated makeup collection video as well. So that's it for today. Really hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. I'm going to love and leave you and see you all soon. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are and whatever you're doing. Bye!